So in this video, I wanted to give people a one-time only look into the newsletter of Antinatalist Advocacy. Now, I recently put out a video on what Antinatalist Advocacy is, so you can go check that out if you don't know. The link will be in the description. But we have a monthly newsletter that goes out on the first of every month. And what I wanted to do is, for anyone that isn't signed up to it, I wanted to give you a peek into what the newsletter is like. And then I've also included a link in the description for you to sign up, so you'll get all of the upcoming updates and you won't miss anything about the conference which is to come or anything else related to antinatalist advocacy. Now, whilst the topic of this video isn't about the conference, obviously I've mentioned it, so I will talk about it a bit. So the conference is on the 2nd and 3rd of December, and I will be making a video update about it at the start of November. But if you want to stay up to date with everything to do with the conference in the meantime, subscribe to the newsletter, follow the Antinatalist Advocacy X or Twitter, and subscribe to the YouTube as well. All of those links will be in the description. Anyway, so like I said, I want to go through the most recent newsletter that's come out, which is the October newsletter, which came out on the 1st of October. And I think this will be a short video, but I just wanted to show people what's included in the newsletter to encourage more people to sign up, because we think that's going to be the best way that people can stay up to date. And definitely leading up to the conference, we can make sure everyone is on the same page with the right information, the links to the right places, all of that sort of stuff. So we really think the best place for people to be is the newsletter. Even though the YouTube and the X/Twitter are great, the newsletter is really where you'll get the most comprehensive updates. Anyway, so let's get into it. So this is what the intro to the newsletter looks like every month. So we have a somewhat generic intro to the newsletter, just a small paragraph. And then for this month's newsletter, because we have the conference coming up, obviously we've put in a promotional piece about the conference there, but the main image each month will be a representation of, or advertising, the biggest thing that's coming up or that we've been working on. So the next thing for this one is we've just got an update here on the conference, saying that we're going to have big updates coming in October and November for the conference, leading up to the 2nd and 3rd of December when it's actually happening. We give a bit of a sneak peek to people on the newsletter about upcoming stuff that you wouldn't get. So here we revealed that we're going to have 6 sessions, and that's going to be a mixture of both speakers and panels discussing a variety of topics, and it's going to be across 2 days at different times in the day, so hopefully people across the world in different time zones can tune in live, but everything regardless will be available for catch up. We also say that the first speaker announcement is going to be coming out on the 4th of October, which I actually think will have already happened by the time this video goes out, but obviously when this newsletter was sent out, that was a sneak peek that people were getting, so they knew to look at the social medias on the 4th of October to see who that first speaker confirmation is. Anyway, then obviously the conference is the main thing at the top that we're talking about, because that's the main thing we're building up to, but we also talk about the other things we've been getting on with antinatalist advocacy. So we've also got the Antinatalist Advocacy podcast, which again I will link in the description in case anyone doesn't know about that. John runs that. He interviews a variety of people on a whole range of different topics that are related to antinatalism and doing good in the world. So here John is talking about how episode 3 of the Antinatalism Advocacy podcast was an introduction to effective altruism, where he speaks with vegan space scientist, or Michael, who's working at the Sentience Institute, but an all-round nice guy, very intelligent guy, and very thoughtful guy. And they discuss the core ideas of effective altruism, what the community is like, and how also people can combine effective altruist thinking and antinatalist thinking to make the world a better place. And he says to stay tuned, because the next episode will be coming on the 15th of October. Then also there's actually another update for the podcast. John talks about how the first bonus episode has been released. So along with the main interviews that John's doing on the podcast, there are also bonus episodes which will either be re-uploads of relevant content or original content, but less formal than the actual episodes. So you should definitely go and check out the Antinatalist Advocacy podcast. If you don't know about it already, then there's a few episodes for you to catch up on whilst you're waiting for the conference to happen at the beginning of December. And then that is the end of the newsletter. There's just a little sign off there with a link to the website. And that's the end of this October newsletter. So I'd highly recommend you sign up to the newsletter. Again, the link will be in the description. You'll get all the updates there for the conference, but also going forward for antinatalist advocacy on everything we've been working on. All the links will be included there, so you won't miss anything. And yeah, that's about it. So watch out for the next video that's going to be about antinatalist advocacy, which is going to be about the conference that's coming at the start of November. By then, we will have announced all of the speakers involved. So that video is going to be really interesting. Early November. I'm going to be talking way more about the conference, loads of different things that are happening, all the people that we've got speaking, who the panelists are. So there's loads of exciting things coming up. And if you want to find out about all of it, get on the newsletter, follow on X/Twitter, and follow the YouTube channel as well. I hope you're excited as I am about the conference and everything antinatalist advocacy related. Let me know in the comments, and I will see you in the next one.